Hi folks, how you doing? Russell True Results 303.com. Check out the website, link in the description box. Mind, Body, Spirit, Fitness, putting the healing back in health. Once again, when you're at the website, sign up for the newsletter. Get your free downloads, setting goals, fitness, and nutrition. Follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Podcast is out there as well, iTunes, SoundCloud, any major podcast player. Coming at you today with a video on how to gain respect instantly, right? Now, I think in general, I can say we as humans, as people, want respect. But again, I guess you've got to think about what is respect, right? I think we lose or we have a misunderstanding of what respect is. I think right now we've gotten to the point to where respect means rank, how much money you make, what position you have within a company, whether you're the superstar on a basketball team, whatever the case may be, and we view that as respect. And unfortunately, that's not what it is. Just respect is, kind of that concept of being treated the way you treat others, having others treat you the way they treat themselves. And I've mentioned this before in another video. It's hard to respect someone when they don't respect themselves, right? And that can be in every area of life. We just passed a bill here in Colorado, the euthanasia law, and I posted a little quote about this, and I was listening to the radio during the election, right before our election, and it was death with dignity, right? Vote yes on death with dignity, whatever it is. And being Catholic, we're not for that. We're for natural death. But once again, it's like we want death with dignity, but a majority of the time we don't even live our lives with dignity, right? And we are human, and we're going to struggle, and we're going to fall, and we're going to do a bunch of horrible things, myself included. But once again, it starts with respecting yourself, right? And I do believe of that, respect others, right? I try to always show respect. We have a new employee where I work my other job at a restaurant, young girl, she's 19. And when I went there, when I started working there was another guy that worked there. And for me, even though the owner has been my friend for like 15 years, he was my boss at another company, we were really close. No matter what, when he talks to me, don't get me wrong, I'll kind of give him a hard time every now and then. But when he asks me to do something, I'm like, yes sir, no sir, yes sir, yes sir, things like that. And it started rubbing off to where the other guy, that other younger kid, was calling him sir after a couple weeks. The newer girl was saying, I've never been called ma'am so much in my life. Because for me, it's always, yes ma'am, here you go ma'am, blah, 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 right? So it's just giving that respect. And of course, that's a part of it. But there are people who really don't care, right? Because they've got that confusion of what respect is. Respect is superiority. But once again, we are a society, we are humans, we are flawed, and when it comes down to it, we judge off of first appearance. We judge on how someone looks, how someone speaks, how someone carries themselves. So the first thing is just carry yourself correctly, right? Don't be walking with your head down, shoulders back, not arched at the back. For those, this is a fitness channel as well, pain relief and things like that. So we never, sitting up doesn't mean arching from the back. See how my belly pushes out? That's not proper posture. Proper posture would be you're hunched over, right? And then just shoulders back. See that? Here. Shoulders back. Once we go here, and then we come here, we're still rounded. Now we're just creating a lot of stress in our low back. So proper posture would be here, shoulders back. Right here, not slouched. Here, shoulders back. Right, there it is. Not this, not low back, okay? So carrying yourself correct. Don't be looking down. Eye contact, that's a difficult thing for some people. It's a difficult thing for me as well, to have direct eye contact with someone, right? The eyes are the soul of the window. There's people where they say they look into someone's eyes and it's like they're dead, right? Or there's no soul there. So once again, it's looking in the eyes. Firm handshake if you're a man. I was never a firm handshaker growing up. I remember when I was younger, my mother took me on a cruise in like 6th, 7th grade, and some lady shook my hand, and she was like, geez, you need, even a lady was telling me as a young kid, 7th, 8th grade, like, you need to give firm handshake. That's not somewhere you need to break their hand, but just a firm handshake. And in my opinion, even women nowadays are going to have to do that, because I've shook some women's hands where I'm going in trying to give the, just the light one, and they're like, just that death grip. So a decent handshake, eye contact, things of that nature, carrying yourself well within a room, not looking all hunched over and scared. And then, of course, it's just taking care of yourself. We are visual beings, right? And that's just the way society is. You've got to look decent. I'm not saying you have to have a six-pack and be shredded, but just look like you take care of yourself. That's why I don't grow this hair out. This is enough for me. Trying to maintain this monstrosity is difficult enough. I tried growing my hair out, and then I was like, no, that's not happening. This, I have to have enough product for this and enough time. You even got to blow dry this thing. So, it's just carrying yourself well. Are you at least wearing decent clothes? To me, clothes aren't a big thing. Like, I'll go out wearing my sweats and this, and that's fine. But if you're carrying yourself properly, the clothes and the attire really shouldn't matter, right? But of course, now if you are getting yourself into a more business casual, business atmosphere, you should be dressing the part. But if it's just every day you're walking out and about, as long as your body looks like you've somewhat take care of yourself, you're dressed decently, or at least there's no stains on your clothes, anything like that, your hair looks decently, you should be fine. But once again, that's how you're going to gain that respect. You've got to respect yourself, right? That's the number one thing. If you can't respect yourself, how is someone else ever going to respect you? And it starts with us, with getting your health under control. If you can, sorry, my alarm was going on. If you can, it's learning to control your alcohol. Don't become that sloppy drunk. Things of that nature. Trying to overcome addictions and issues in your life. Just in general, looking for ways for self-improvement. And when people see those changes and people see you growing and becoming better, they have no choice but to respect you, whether they want to or not, right? And if it comes to the point to where they just totally cut you out of their life, that could be the ultimate sign of respect. I think it's the same concept I've mentioned before. It's contagious. Being healthy is contagious. And the thing you've got to understand is when you get on this journey of self-improvement and bettering yourself, there's some people that are going to tell you, oh, you're too extreme. You're too this. You're too that. But in reality, they see the changes that you're making and they feel bad about themselves because they can't do it. Right? They don't have the willpower. They don't have the motivation. They'd rather go out and drink and eat McDonald's and sit at home and watch TV. And, unfortunately, that's where kind of that self-preservation or, that self-defense mechanism is going to come out, and they're going to lash out at you. And just because the changes you're making make them upset and feel bad about themselves. But that has nothing to do with you. Remember, it's called self-esteem. And if they have issues with themselves because you're bettering yourself, hey, them cutting you out of their life could be a good thing. So there you go, instant respect. My nose is starting to run. I'm going to have to end this video. I don't have a Kleenex anywhere. So there you go. Get instant respect. Instantly start respecting yourself. Things are going to look up, right? Treat others with respect, yes, but once again, everything starts with you. Everything starts with me. It's that same concept, what was it? The Gandhi quote, right? If you want to see change in the world, you need to be the change in the world first. You need to change first. So once again, I hope this helps. Don't forget to follow on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. The podcast is out there. Those links are down below. Subscribe to this channel. Share, repost, and like these videos.